What is up, guys? It is Jed Wrestling here, back again with another video, and today I will be sharing with you a big project I've been working on over the past week. I put together what I'm 99.9% sure is every Cody Rhodes Basic, Elite, and Ultimate Edition of all time, and today I will be giving you the full rundown, telling you what I think of the figure, telling you the details of the figure. I'm very excited to do this. Obviously, Cody Rhodes, they say it a lot. He is the like the quarterback of this new era of WWE. He is the main man. He is the undisputed WWE champion. And today we are going to be paying our respects to Cody Rhodes with this video. And we can start nowhere else than in 2010 with the first ever Cody Rhodes action figure. This is the Battle Pack Series 1. He comes with Ted DiBiase, and this is obviously based off of the Legacy when it was him, Ted DiBiase, and Randy Orton. That was like the peak form of Legacy. They had a few other members early on, like Manu and Sim Snuka, but these were the OG three. These were the main members of Legacy, do it when they were running roughshod over WWE in 2008 to I would say like 2008 to like 2010. That was like the main time when the Legacy was around. This is when Battle Packs used to not really come with much. The Cody Rhodes looks pretty cool, as does the Ted DiBiase. Head sculpts are definitely a sign of the times. That like they don't have the technology that they do now, but it's a pretty solid figure for the first ever Cody Rhodes. Into the first ever Elite Cody Rhodes that we ever saw. This is the Elite Series 2. This is also based off of the Legacy version. You can see by the Legacy cloth t-shirt. I believe the same head sculpt as that other one. Pretty basic looking gear. It was the first ever Elite Cody Rhodes. So back then he had like more basic gears. He doesn't wear all, he didn't really wear all the flashy colors he does now. It was just like black trunks, little logos on the side, maybe a little logo on the back. That was basically it. No knee pads or anything like that. This is still a pretty solid looking figure. I do like the Elite 2 Cody Rhodes. This is something that I didn't actually know about until making this video. Like put it piecing everything together for this video. This is the Legacy 3 pack. Now they're all basic, but this is the Cody Rhodes, Ted DiBiase, and Randy Orton 3 pack. And 100% re-releases. I could only assume that this was like a Kmart exclusive because back then Kmart, what they would do, they would like take some basics and like have them repackaged and then put into the Kmart stores. That's kind of like sort of what they were doing more recently with like the Imperium pack and then the Bloodline pack, just taking a bunch of pre-existing basics, putting them into box sets. So say like if someone needs like Cody Rhodes or Randy Orton, they can come down here, cop that 3 pack. I copped a few of those but when I used to go to Kmart back when I was collecting earlier on, so that they're pretty cool, but they're all just re-releases. Battle Pack Series 8. This is I think these attires are from WrestleMania 26 when they had the Legacy Triple Threat match with Ted, Cody, and Randy. The Cody Rhodes is actually pretty cool. I like the orange. He's got the white boots. Ted DiBiase in the blue. I definitely think this is a better pack than the Battle Pack Series 1. And then yet another Battle Pack Cody Rhodes we're seeing is Battle Pack Series 11 with Drew McIntyre. This isn't brought up very often, but Drew and Cody used to actually be teammates back in their early days in WWE. They even won the tag team titles roughly around like 2010. The Drew McIntyre looks pretty cool. I like the red and the blue. Cody's are starting to get pretty similar as time goes on here with the black trunks, but I do like the addition of the wrist tape on the hand. I think that's a cool detail. 2010 Royal Rumble Cody. They used to do these series back then where it was like based off of that specific event. Like this, but this wouldn't be like Royal Rumble 2010 Heritage or anything like that, kind of like they do now. This was strictly based off the 2010 Royal Rumble, and that there was like a CM Punk in this series. There was also a Cody Rhodes. Pretty solid looking gear on this Cody. It's pretty adventurous. I like it. Of course, based off the 2010 Royal Rumble. Elite Series 13, only the second ever Cody Rhodes Elite. This is based off of undashing Cody Rhodes when Rey Mysterio broke his nose with a 619, and then Cody was forced to wear the protective mask over his face. His good looks had been shattered. I think this is a really, really cool figure, and one that I used to really want until they re-released it in the Greatest Hits line, which I will get into a little bit later in this video. I like the jacket better on this one actually than I like it on the Greatest Hits because it's just fully black. Other than that, pretty much roughly the same figure, just with a different articulation, head sculpt technology, things like that. It's a classic. I like that one a lot still. Basic Series 18. This is the Raw Super Show Basic Cody Rhodes, and I absolutely think this is an attire that they should have explored in elite form with the white. Yeah, they could have given him the Intercontinental title, maybe a vest. This is actually an attire that I still think they could do in an elite form. If they wanted to do like a classic flashback Cody Rhodes, they should absolutely do the white gear, especially like the vest. Like imagine if they gave him like a cloth vest or something. That might be asking a little too much, but give him some sort of vest, give him the Intercontinental title. I think that would be absolutely dope to do in an elite form. Moving on, we have Battle Pack Series 18 with Rey Mysterio. He comes with a protective mask over his face, as well as the knee braces. And I'm pretty sure the backstory behind those, I mentioned how Rey broke his nose. Rey broke Cody's nose with the 619. And I think that was because of like the knee braces that Rey used to wear under his pants back in the day that he doesn't wear anymore, but he used to wear those. I think like that is exactly what shattered Cody Rhodes' nose. So that's a pretty cool detail there. Elite Series 20, Cody Rhodes, Elite 20 was a stacked set, and this one certainly stands out. Red and the white is really, really cool. I like the trench coat, even though it's rubber. I like the head sculpt. That's a really, really good Cody Rhodes. Might be my second favorite Cody Rhodes Elite. Up to that point, I probably like the Elite 13 a little bit better, but Elite 20 is still really good. The Basic Series 27, this one's pretty similar to the Elite 20 color scheme wise, but the color of red is a little bit darker on the trunks, and I don't think it's like the exact design. It's just a little similar. Like that's the first thing I thought of when I saw this Basic Series 27 Cody Rhodes, but he does have a different head sculpt. It's pretty cool. Battle Pack 23, this Cody is coming with Sin Cara. I like the red and white on the Sin Cara, and he's also got the mask, the mask accessory, which he used to like put over people's faces, I'm pretty sure. So that's pretty unique. The Sin Cara we have seen in Elite figure form, but the attire on the Cody Rhodes is pretty cool as well. I like that Battle Pack. Basic Series 35, I think this was from Team Rhodes Scholars when he was teaming up with Damien Sandow. And you could, of course, put this with the Damien Sandow figure. It would look really cool. He's got the blue and the white. He's got the mustache. Pretty unique looking. And I think if Cody, I'm just going to put this out there. If Cody Rhodes ever turns heel, he should grow out that mustache again. That would be awesome. Walmart Superstar Entrances Series 3. This was a Walmart exclusive that I kind of wish they still did. It was like you walk into Walmart and you see these hanging on the pegs. You would have the t-shirts on the figures like the painted on shirts, which we don't see as much with basics these days. So I think it would be a cool series to revive, maybe give it a new name or something. This Cody Rhodes in particular has the mustache going across the shirt, which is pretty unique, and he's also got the head sculpt with the mustache as well, which we haven't seen too much of. So that's a pretty cool little figure. Battle Pack Series 29 with Gold Dust. This Cody Rhodes is wearing the purple, and they come with the copper tag team championships, which are pretty nostalgic to me. Not a lot of people like them, but I still like them. I think they worked for the time, and they're pretty nostalgic to look back on. The Gold Dust is pretty cool, and I especially like the Cody with the purple attire. Elite 32. This was, believe it or not, the last Cody Rhodes that we saw up to that point before he changed his name and gimmick to Stardust back in 2014. And this Elite 32 Cody Rhodes, I own it, and I think it's really, really cool. A very underrated figure. Resembles him a lot. It's like the perfect, it's like a benchmark of just like 2013 Cody Rhodes, in my opinion. That one is super duper cool. He's got the vest, which is really hard. It's not even like a soft rubber, it's like super duper hard. So I'm not really a fan of that. But he's got the shirt, realistic looking head sculpt, red and black gear. That's a really, really good Cody Rhodes Elite. Amongst my favorites, probably. In 2014, they were doing this storyline where Cody Rhodes was like thinking he was unworthy to be Goldust's tag team partner, so he got him some tag team partners on certain shows for different matches, but they never won any. And then Cody was like kicking himself backstage, so he thought that he found the perfect partner for Goldust. And in our 2014 episode of Raw, he found him. It was Stardust. Stardust made his debut, started teaming up with Goldust. They had some pretty funny segments together. I enjoyed them when they were around. And this is the Basic Series 51 Stardust. Technically the first time in the line, even though we'd seen Cody figures before that. But this is considered the first ever Stardust. He's got the black and gold gear. It's pretty decent. But the Elite 36 is definitely better. This was one of my first Elites that I ever got into my collection. He comes with both tag team championships, a killer attire with the gold, blue, silver, and black. Got so many different cool colors on there. Poses around really good. That is a really good Stardust figure. The Basic Series 58 goes forgotten a lot, and I think it's really cool actually. You got the purple boots, which are really really cool with the gold logos on the side, and he's got the faint purple logos on the top piece, and then the purple face paint. The Mutants Stardust. Now this one is really weird, of course, but this was like the Mutant series that they used to do. They had like a Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, Sting, Lesnar, Cena, and then they had Stardust. This is like Alien Stardust, and it was the last one that we saw before he left WWE, and then rebuilt himself, went over to AEW and all that. But he does have some pretty unique parts, which I've never used again, and this one actually glows in the dark, which is pretty cool. Rhodes would go on to leave WWE in 2016 and then would rebuild himself on the independent circuit and later AEW. And then in 2022 at WrestleMania 38, Cody Rhodes returned to WWE. The prodigal son returned, and we got my Mattel Cody Rhodes action figures once again. First of these was the Basic Series 136 Cody Rhodes, which I don't personally think looks all that good. I mean, the attire's cool. I like the silver. This is an attire that they've released many times actually, with not really too many crazy changes. But this one is like an original Cody Rhodes head sculpt from like Elite Series 32, just with the updated blonde. I don't think it looks that good. Even like the face itself with True Effects, I don't think looks very good. This is definitely not the best Cody Rhodes figure. I think you could get better. And one that's definitely a lot better is the Elite 101 Cody Rhodes. This figure came out in, I believe, January of 2023, and as soon as I got it in hand, I just felt how quality it was. The knees moved great, the legs moved great. Absolutely everything moves really good on this Cody Rhodes. I like the head sculpt. I don't really like the weight belt because it's like the studs in the front, so you don't have the updated style of weight belt, but you could easily switch that out for some other ones if you have this Cody Rhodes figure. I still think this one holds up well and is really cool. In Elite 103, they decided to throw in a Stardust, both regular and Chase. That this is one that I was kind of tracking down, never got around to getting it. I still do want to track down the blue and black Chase, but I can't really find that anywhere. The regular, I'm pretty sure, is actually still on Ringside Collectibles, so if you want to hop over there and pick up the Elite 103 Stardust, I guess you can do so. But the regular is the WrestleMania 32 gear with the yellow polka dots, and then the Chase, of course, is just the plain black ladder, and then you get the blue and blue, silver, and black gear, which I think looks really fresh. It's two pretty cool figures. Basic Series 140. This was the first ever Cody Rhodes Mattel figure that we saw in a suit. He's got the blue suit with the yellow tie. I personally think this is better than the suited Elite Cody Rhodes that they did, which we'll get into pretty soon. And I think it also might be better than the Elite 120 they announced. We'll have to get those Elite 120 figures in hand to really judge that. Where at this stage, I think the Basic 140, sorry, is the best Cody Rhodes in a suit that we've seen, at least by Mattel. Championship Showdown Series 14 coming with Austin Theory. This is based off of that one episode of Raw in 2022 when they fought for the U.S. title. The Cody Rhodes is basically the same, but he does have the same as the silver one that we saw, but he does have a new head sculpt, which is like the Elite 101 style of head sculpt. Austin Theory figure doesn't look the best, but you do get the United States Championship with the Theory side plates, so that's pretty cool. Basic Top Picks 2023. This is basically the basic equivalent of the Elite 101. And it's actually, I'm pretty sure, the last basic Cody Rhodes that we saw with the old style of articulation. It was soon after this that they went back to the ball joint articulation for the basics. But he's got the blue pants, not quite as detailed as the Elite 101 pants. They do look to be, I don't know, they just look a little incomplete in the decals, if you know what I'm saying. But it's not bad. Defining Moments 4 pack, Cody Rhodes, the one that used to be my favorite. This one has the half blue, half white gear with the torn peg. The torn peg, I think, looks really realistic. It's something that easily could have flopped, but they got the color perfectly. They got the fading perfectly, if you know what I'm saying. He's got the cowbell. He's got the weight belt. They did go on to re-release this figure, but at the time, this one was absolutely amazing. People were raving over this one. It got rare really fast. There is the Defining Moments 4 pack Cody Rhodes, based off of Hell in a Cell 2022 when he beat Seth Rollins. Mattel Creations exclusive Ultimate Edition. This figure was put up for pre-order a year in advance and then would release roughly around like the spring to early summer of 2023. It's based off his return to WWE at WrestleMania 38, and it's okay. I mean, the other Ultimate Edition is 10 times better in my opinion. The color on the pants isn't all that accurate. The cloth jacket doesn't really do it for me. I don't feel like it's very well fitted. But I guess at the time that there were a lot of people that liked this figure, and it's still pretty decent. But there's just better Cody Rhodes figures out there, no doubt about it. Basic Top Picks 2024. I'm counting this one twice because they did re-release it. They re-released it 2 times with no real changes in the top picks line. But this is the same as the Basic Series 136, just with the updated articulation. Top Picks 2023 Elite. This one is in the light blue. This is another one that's just like, I don't know, man. He never wore the specific gear on TV. I don't think the colorations are all that cool, but it's once again one that a lot of people like. And the blue is unique, no doubt about it, but just I don't know. I don't really like this Cody, but it's not the worst. Basic Series 143, red and silver. I feel like this is an attire that they should have done in Elite figure form, and it's based off like an episode of Raw, I think. I only recall him ever wearing this like once or twice, at least on WWE televised shows, but it's really cool. It's like a sort of a darker version of the Royal Rumble 2023 gear, which is very, very cool. He's got some red in there. That's a really, really good looking figure. Top Pick Elite 2024 in the red. This is another one that he never wore on TV, at least in WWE. This is more so like an AEW attire. But this one's cool. You can use it for a lot of different stuff. It's very versatile with the red, versatile for fix-ups and all that. He does have the smiling face, which is a more expressive face, obviously, than the basic just no facial expression head sculpts that we've been seeing. Pretty cool figure right there. Top Pick Elite 2024 once again. This time it is a re-release from the Elite 101, but he's just got the updated weight belt as well as a more, I would say like more of a fresh looking paint job on the tights. It's a little more vibrant. I personally think that one's a little cooler than the Elite 101. Elite 109 suited. This one is the one that not a lot of people like, and it's definitely understandable. I think the sizing is a little bit off. I mean the suit, the suit's pretty cool. You can use it for you can use it for some different guys. Just take a head off, pop it on there maybe. The tattoo might throw it off a little bit on the neck, but I think the gray suit could be really versatile for some people. But I don't feel like it really properly represents Cody Rhodes. Ultimate Edition Series 21. This is my personal favorite Cody Rhodes figure. I do have it front row on my shelf. and it's really, really awesome. This is based off WrestleMania 39 when he went up against Roman Reigns and, of course, failed to finish the story the first time. Then he went on to WrestleMania 40 and he beat Roman Reigns, is still the champion now. This attire is really, really cool. The robe is rubber, but you get the interchangeable arms, so it doesn't inhibit any posability. Two interchangeable head sculpts. Very, very awesome Cody Rhodes, and like I said, it is my favorite one. From the Vault Elite, this is the Defining Moments remake, sort of. It wasn't like too long. It was like roughly like I don't know, just a little over a year after the Defining Moments released. They released the From the Vault. I think it was a little early, but it's still pretty cool looking. He does have the pinless knees, I'm pretty sure, as well as the updated articulation on the boots and the jacket. Elite 111. This one's pretty solid. I think it's kind of like the Royal Rumble Elite, just a little more bland. But no doubt about it, it's not bad. You get the interchangeable hands, you get the interchangeable head sculpt with the screaming. This is, of course, SummerSlam 2023 when he went up against Brock Lesnar and beat him. And that's actually the last time that we've seen Brock Lesnar on WWE TV since, which is pretty crazy. He went out with a bang. He shook hands with Cody Rhodes, put him over afterward. Really good match. Pretty alright figure as well. Royal Rumble Elite. This one looks really, really awesome. Articulation isn't the greatest, but when you look past that, these tights are absolutely awesome. This is, of course, Royal Rumble 2023 when he won the Royal Rumble match for the first time. He won at 24 as well. But this was the Royal Rumble 2023 when he won, and it's a really, really cool gear. It's one I wanted for a long time, and they no doubt nailed the paint job on it. Champions main event series. I think this was like series 5 of the Champions main events. It's just the basic 143 re-release with the SmackDown Tag Team title. But I guess if you missed out on it the first time, it's definitely worth the cop, especially if you get the extra championship with it as well. Main event series 149. This one is in the hoodie. I think this one is really, really cool. If it was an elite and the hoodie was cloth, I think that would have been probably cooler. But he does have the hoodie with the pants as well as the Flame American Nightmare logo on the front. Really, really cool looking. Main Event Series 153. I only ever recall him wearing this gear like once. I think it was like on a pay-per-view or something, like Crown Jewel. I don't remember right. I don't remember 100% right. But the purple is pretty solid. He's got the red on the front. It's just a little too bland for me. This is really interesting to me. You got the main event. I don't know what this is called, but this is like the main event ring set with Seth Rollins. You get a ring, you get a forklift, you get a Seth Rollins figure, which is a re-release, and you get a Cody Rhodes figure. This one's really fascinating to me because that gear is the Hell in a Cell 2022 gear, half blue, half white, and that is actually the only way that you can get this gear officially from Mattel that doesn't have the torn pec on it. You can do like a torso crack like MDT did and have the torn peckless Cody Rhodes, if you will. But this one is the only way you can get it officially from Mattel, and I personally think it's pretty cool. It's a very fascinating little set. Greatest Hits Elite. This one is not out yet, but it is just a re-release of the Royal Rumble 2023. Nothing really different. Here's the TMNT Elite Cody Rhodes, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Elite as Casey Jones. This one gets a lot of praise. He's got the hockey stick. He's got the shirt, like the sort of like cloth hoodie, kind of like I mentioned with the main event 149. If they did that hoodie and an Elite, this is roughly what it would look like. Obviously, a very different color scheme. But he's got the blue with the Nightmare Factory logo on the front and the same logo on the mask. Gear actually looks like something Cody Rhodes would wear in real life. I definitely think it's worth the pickup. I haven't seen it in the wild yet because I don't really go to Targets too often. I don't know if my particular Targets have the TMNT Elite Series because at least over here in America, it is exclusive to Target. It's exclusive to Smith's in the UK. But as for Target, haven't copped this one yet. Might if I see it out in the wild. It's really, really cool. I don't know. This one is another one that's not out. You got the Elite Series 120 Cody Rhodes with in the suit. He's gonna have a chase variant. One is in the brown suit, and then the other is in like a pink peach colored suit. They come with that classic title when Cody was in Madison Square Garden, and they have him held up the same title that Dusty Rhodes unofficially held up when he hadn't actually won the title in Madison Square Garden. Really cool moment. And I might cop this figure. I think it's really cool. I could actually use the suited Elite Cody Rhodes, and this one definitely looks like it's going to be a little bit better than the Elite 109. And last, I wanted to throw these in. In 2016, WWE did the Surfs Up 2 gift sets, and it was like the movie, like the animated movie Surfs Up that they produced. They did two that were related to Cody Rhodes. One with a re-release of the Basic Series 35 Cody Rhodes, and then the other one with the re-release of the First Time in the Line Stardust. Nothing crazy, but it's a pretty cool gift set there, and it was cool that they were able to throw in like a slightly older figure with that Cody Rhodes there. I think that's pretty cool. But yes, that has been what I am 99% sure is every single Cody Rhodes Basic Elite and Ultimate Edition of all time. If I'm missing any, please let me know in the comments down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I would greatly appreciate it if you were to smash that like button and subscribe to Jed Wrestling if you haven't already. But yes, Jed Wrestling out.